this. Now, there are two things to what you said. The first thing is there are some losses which are very you can't bring it back. Which one cannot bring it back at all. Second is how people look at it. You use the word called emotional numbness. So this is like labeling. Who is labeling this? Are you labeling or the people around you are labeling? In your conversation, I felt the people around you are feeling that you have become emotionally numb. Now, what generally happens is when you are self-aware about why you are feeling in a certain way and you become completely aware about it, you will not be affected by it. But suppose you yourself are unaware as to why you have responded in this particular way, it brings out this question whether is this the right feeling to have? Should I be feeling bad, and should I feel more sad, and should I get affected like other people in my family are getting affected? Am I a little cold-blooded than other people? All these self-labeling and n number of other talks would have happened to you in your mind. Am I right? You can tell me in the mic.
Actually, the thing is that before my father's death, I was very emotionally expressive. I'm very good when it comes to expressing my emotions. But now I have seen that change inside me. I have this sudden shift that now I cannot express it. I feel that if I share these emotions to some kind of, like some person, I might burden him or her, or people might perceive me as vulnerable or weak, that she is not able to handle it well, and people might take advantage of me. I have been thinking like that.
See, that's what your brain. As I said there is a part in the brain which is called amygdala, which tries to protect us. So it's naturally, every your brain out of various situations. See, you might have experienced so many situations in life where probably, if I'm not wrong, there would have been situations where people have taken advantage of you, and when you have expressed in whatever way, am I right or no? You don't have to label it, but yes or no? Yes, right? Yeah. So obviously, your brain does not want to repeat it. अभी एक जगह में जलन हुई है तो why I want to keep going and touching it again and again. But to be very specific about the thing, that are you cold-blooded? Definitely not, number one. Second, are you numb towards emotions? Definitely not. Why? Because these are all labels which are set by other people. These are not some things which whether you agree or you don't. Maybe you are mature because of your profession, as you said, or by seeing situations in a way. And if anyone is not, by the method which I showed to you, you will definitely get mature, because every day when you are watching the numbers which you just saw, it is very natural that nobody is permanent in this world. It is not a philosophy. So when we have people around us who are alive, I always used to say this to people, always when a person is alive, nobody goes near that person, talks to that person and everything. And when a person is dead, everybody will go near that person and stand and cry. It makes no sense. I have seen people who have been very, very cruel to the person when the person was alive. After the person is dead, they are going and shaking the dead body. Hey, wake up, wake up. Why will he wake up? When the person is alive, you treated him like terribly. When the person is now gone, he will not come back. You now want to wake him up and again torture him. What? So this is one very, very important thing for us to understand. And as your colleague also, mentioned we should first appreciate that, she expressed. Now, I don't know whether you understand it. You have expressed your emotions right now. So this forum also has created a means that you could express. You could find someone who you could trust. So that is something which I feel, joyful about. That someone, whom you could not trust, but suddenly you found someone whom you can trust. Obviously, that's exactly what you all must observe. You're police officers, so I'm just telling you. You have an officer who could not trust anyone. Now, it's been how much time that you might have heard me? Hardly 1 or 1.5 hour. What is it that you will know about me in 1.5 hour? Nothing. But why is it that you feel like you can express it? Because there is something deep down within us which knows who is good, who is bad, what is good, what is bad. See, I am someone who definitely has technical solutions internally for your internal problems of emotions, that's for sure. So that's something which your intelligence in the brain perceives. So definitely, all these labels which other people tell, you don't have to carry it. It's always good to, be selective. As they say, you must not have misguided compassion. If you have misguided compassion, what will happen? People will take advantage of you. Let's say, there is a person who likes to help people and who is doing charity. कोई भी आ जाएगा बोलेगा मेरी माँ बीमार है मुझे पैसे दे दो. कोई भी बोलेगा कुछ भी, they will take a ride, ना? क्या a person who is honest and सबसे बोला बाला इंसान, do you think can survive? Will you think people will not take advantage? It's a universal problem. People will take advantage of vulnerability. A DG rank officer was actually telling me, Karthik, it's always good to become powerful, because if you are weak, you are inviting, violations, and you are inviting people, who will, take advantage. You are becoming vulnerable towards, people who will take advantage. So there is a beautiful story, I want to share. It's from the Buddha tales, where, Buddha goes and he, sees that a snake is going and, troubling people. So he gives meditation and guidance to the snake and he goes. And when he comes back, he sees that the snake is completely, in a position where it is not able to go. It's wounded, completely wounded. Blood is coming from a place, pus is coming from a place. I say, what happened? You are good. You are nice. What happened? He said, see, you taught me meditation. You told me not to harm people. You told me not to bite people. And I followed you. And then the small villagers and small boys, they started playing with me with stones. And they hurt me. So Buddha said, I told you not to attack people. I never told you not to hiss. This is your protection. So you need selectively, it's very important. So, in a way you are acting very intelligently, where your brain understands by now who can understand you, who cannot understand you, and according to that you will express, and if required. So you don't have to be bothered about what other people think. Presently, that book which I will be sharing, and the number I share with all of you, the silence, which will be even more, acting as a more greater advantage. Okay, so good wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.